Hey guys, you're joining me right at the start of a sort of mega project in my Minecraft world. This is on a server with some friends, and as you can see in the distance, I have done some work. This is just so I have something to show off for a video, but although it might look like a lot has been done, actually the project has only just started. And it starts right here at this bridge, which goes over the river, which currently marks the border to the kingdom. Got these roads that will eventually connect the entire kingdom together, but for now, I'm not concerned about that because I just want to get this done. The capital city. This is Skyvale, or at least it will be when it's built. It's currently rather flat and takes up not very much space, but as you can see, there are a few houses, some towers, some windmills, a bridge or two. This is the portal that connects to the nether roof, so this goes to the rest of the world. As you can see by our coordinates, we are quite far out, but not too far that it's more annoying to fly a nether roof. At some point we will make a piston bolt, but for now it's just rockets. Over here in this flat plain, I want to build a stable for horses so we can breed some good horses. And a windmill that will be bigger than these ones. I'll experiment with a more flamboyant design. And some fields. I want fields full of crops and some other details to make this place feel more alive. Maybe some more houses outside the city. I don't know yet. Got these golem guards. This is the main bridge to Skyvale. The machine you can see in the distance is gonna move eventually. It's just a moss farm that I've used. Obviously, we have a lot of mossy stone bricks and mossy cobble somewhere. There's some mossy cobble. So obviously we need a lot of moss. And this is the lower market. And I'll take you on a tour of that in a minute. This is the house of the villager breeder. I won't showcase how it works, but I'll just show. As you can see, it's quite a simple setup. We got purification supplies, trading supplies, looking a little low on the ground. And all the workstations, and everything's very easy to control. I'll show you how this works later. In here is the string duper, which is up in the ceiling. And we also have some other villagers here for our basic enchants. And fishermen, so we can trade the string to get emeralds. This is the machine. This is where the villagers come out of the villager breeder. Little stone plaza where the portal used to be. I moved it block for block all the way across the bridge because I liked the design, but it was kind of in the way and I wanted you to be able to see the sky. Because in this town, I want it to feel open and airy, and in order for that, this portal was kind of blocking the view lines. So now the only thing blocking the view across the bridge under the arch is this machine that's going to move. There'll be some houses and some actually nice things to look at up here. So that's going to move too. This is my house. Got a little bar area, parrot. We do potion brewing up there. My doggies. Oh, check out the doggies' names, by the way. Faendal, Miko, and Sven. Those who know, you know. Got an office where I can write my books. Very purple bedroom. And a nice kitchen with, you know, normal kitchen things. We have the Farmer's Delight mod, as you can see. It doesn't add too much, but I really like the things that it does add. Oh, and we also have seasons, as you can see by the calendar. It's currently summer. This is an empty house. This is where they're like, when there's nothing in them. I don't furnish the insides unless I have a good reason to, because I'm really lazy. What is this? And this is the current storage system we have going on. This is all going to move. As you can see, it's on the wrong Y layer, but I don't want to move it until we have the actual storage room built. And for that, I need to terraform a lot of that hill. The town is actually going to cover this entire island. As you'll see if I go in free cam. We have an island all to ourselves. So the walls are going to go around the edges. And the top of the hill is going to have a big church. And I'd like a college and a military district with like a castle. And we'll have an upper market, which will be like cobbled instead of this dirty stuff down here. It'll be like cobbled streets with actual shop fronts. Streets with more houses. Over here is where the docks are going to be. With ships. And I also think not just water ships, but also airships. I'd like to add a little bit of the vibe of wind to my town. So the storage room is going to go under the church, basically, like inside the hill, which means more terraining. Here we're in the lower market. As you can see, we have a little bit of a stable. This is only a small stable just to supply the wagons and carts going to and from the city across the bridge. See, we have some empty wagons here. There's one over there. And we have flower stall. Unfortunately, there's no flower villager or tree villager. Like tree trader, that would be cool. A little pond, fountain thing. But fishermen. And this is Barry and Barty's. They're our butchers. They sell us snacks, food. These are not our main source of food, but it's nice to have them, you know? And I imagine this place, if there were villagers running around, you know, people, I imagine this would be a pretty popular spot. Got a weapons trader and a little shooting range for bows and arrows. Something to test your swords against. Over on this side, this is a little bit more practical. So we have a farm shop where we're also currently storing all of our farm goods. We need a wheat farm immediately. We have a historic bell. Bong for good luck. We got Masons and Sons Limited Stone Masonry. This is Mason Masonson. He's the son of the original stonemason of the town, Mason Mason. And Mason Masonson took over the shop when he became ill. Broken wagon here, which is kind of the whole point of this sort of mini blacksmith area. There's going to be a bigger blacksmithing district next to the docks that will have, you know, a more comprehensive array of smithery stuff. But for now, we just have this little shop called the Broken Spoke that's for fixing wagons and things like that. Also, I'll talk briefly about the design of the walls and towers. So, this is quite a big project. So, I needed things to be cheap and easy to build, simple to understand and repeat. So everything comes in modules, basically. You'll see all of the towers and walls come in sort of modules that are, you know, they don't look that amazing. They look decent. Obviously, it has to look okay. So I'm satisfied with how they look. I'm aware there are much better wall and tower designs out there, but they're thin, right? You can't go inside them. You can go on top of them all, and you can climb up. Like, there's, you know, stairs going all the way up the windmills. And the entrances are here at the gatehouses, which I'll show you in a minute. So you can go on them all, because what kind of wall would it be if you couldn't walk across the top? And there's a few different tower designs. This probably isn't all of them, and I also may change the windmill designs. I like this, but I know I can do better. So perhaps once the city's built, I'll go along and revamp the windmill designs. Also be experimenting with the windmill that I'm going to build over here somewhere. I'll be trying a different design. So maybe I'll learn from that a little bit. Yeah, we have these square towers that go on both the gatehouses. And then we have these short round towers, nice and small, archer windows. These little bit taller ones with the roofs. And then the big, thick ones that supply the bases for the windmills. And then maybe more to come in future, but for now, this is all we have. And you can see, this is a brilliant demonstration of the wall modules. So there's a straight wall module that works in either direction, north, south, east, or west. And diagonal wall modules, which work in, well, the diagonal directions. So there, I forgot what the dimensions are, but you can see they're pretty simple to replicate, pretty easy to integrate into the structure. So this is how the walls are going to look, at least for now. I may go around later and add details, maybe upgrade them all, but for now, while I'm just trying to figure out where they go, it's more important that I have a simple, cheap, easy to replicate design that can encompass the entire town. Meow. The flags, actually, I chose these colors just because they look nice. This design of the banner is not mine. I found this on Pinterest, and I think it looks really cool. The colors I chose. And let's go up on top of the towers. So inside the gatehouses are these only on one side, because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered to do it on both. You have these, there's a little hidden area back here. We have these spiral staircases going all the way up to the top. You can climb up literally everything. You can't go down inside stuff because obviously the walls are too thin. It would be a waste of resources to make them any thicker than this right now. But you can go on top of everything. You can climb up to the top of all the towers. Terrible at jumping. Oh, I forgot to... Yeah. So as you can see, This goes all the way across. And you can actually... Yeah, let's do it. Let's walk across. The diagonal segments are a little bit hard to cross. Just, you have to align yourself perfectly. Did pretty well there. Let's go up this. See? Everything has a function. They're not just for looks. You're able to see out here to the boats, which you can't see right now because they don't exist yet. But there will be boats and docks and stuff out there. And even these, obviously there's not even texture up on this one. I think this might be the only one without texture, I don't remember. It might have been the first, yeah, this one has more texture. So it looks like this was the first one that I built. Maybe I'll come along and texture it later. As you can see, the design is really simple and easy to repeat with very simple block palette. Just to make it, you know, easy to repeat. I wonder how many times I've repeated that. Oh yeah, let's go up and see inside the windmill. You can go all the way to the top, but there's kind of not a lot to see. Doesn't really matter. And you can walk out here, but this is mostly for looks. This balcony. Sheep farm's also gonna move. It's just why is there more dirt? Must be Enderman. Go and de-dirtify my town. I wonder if we'll make it in time for the sunset. The sunsets across the Skyvale bridge are absolutely killer. This gatehouse faces east-west, so the sun will rise and set through the archway. Not so bad. That machine really needs to move. Let's just chill and watch the sunset for a bit. By the way, we've got these gatehouses, so there are archer windows facing outwards. This one would go towards the docks, the other one goes towards the bridge. On the inside, we have these flower baskets, because you don't need to defend the city from the inside. At least that's the idea. This is currently where the wall ends. So it's gonna go up a little bit. It's gonna cross a little bit and then up. Most of this that's flat is actually going to be raised up to the next layer. And then again to the next one after that. All the way up to the top of the hill. So, I want to build a windmill. I want to build... It's going to be a little bit different from these. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know I want it to be a little bit more flamboyant. I don't really like this design that much. It's good enough for the towers, but not for me. I can do better. So I just want this one to be a bit of a house. I think I saw something on Pinterest where there was like a round house at the bottom, and then the windmill is like on a tower. It's sort of in the middle of the house. I think I like that idea, so I'm gonna try and emulate that, which means I'm probably gonna invert this design of the houses. Yeah, I think I know sort of what I'm doing. Let's go... how much more of that? Not a lot. I might need to gather more of this. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go gather terracotta. I'll be right back. have stocked up on terracotta. So yeah, I stocked up on terracotta. This is a decent amount now. This will actually last me for this windmill and for several houses, or at least a couple of them. So I won't have to restock now for a while. And for the roof, I actually want to do spruce for the roof instead of the granite. For the houses outside the walls, I think I want to lower the property value a little bit of wooden roofs instead of brick roofs. What do I want the base of the thing to look like? I'm going to do a stone base similar to this, but much shorter. It's not going to take up a whole floor. It's just going to be the bottom couple of blocks. And then I'll do the terracotta for the rest of the bottom floor. I'll need windows. And then I'll improvise something for the roof, which will be probably a lot of spruce and some dark oak. Oh, I'll need logs for sure. Let's get me a bunch of oak logs. Okay, this should be good enough for now. My original thought was to put it here. Like, terrain this out a little bit. And then put the windmill on top of this. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back and get dirt. Okay, the hill is now level. Let's go take a look at it. This is a new hill? That... Okay, I don't love that. I need to fix that. I need to crack open a dirt shulker. Okay, so this actually looks pretty good. I'm happy with the terraining, sort of. It looks a bit strange right now because there's nothing on top of it. I think I'm gonna build the house and then maybe change the design of the hill later. Yeah, that looks fine.
2 very boring minutes later.
Okay, I've started building the walls and it needs a little something. Okay, I put on a little something, and it's already looking way better than when I started. It's time to add the roof. It sort of looks like a mushroom right now. I've made a mushroom. Okay, so I've built up the central column and I've started to sort of tower of the windmill, and it's still looking a little bit strange. The next thing I want to do is add sort of spokes to the roof, like in dark oak, sort of like a wagon wheel. I know what I'm thinking of. I think it'll look good, but it could actually be quite difficult to implement, at least for me. But I'll give it a try. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so you're joining me now on day 2 of the build. Last night I went to bed after finishing up the things I wanted to do, and as you can see behind me, I made some progress. So I'll show you what I did. So first of all, I put in the path that leads up to the windmill, and these lanterns just to continue the same design that we had going to the bridge and to the portal. And I've added spokes to the roof, so I'll show you. So this is what I have so far. I've extended the tower and put in some of the windows, and this is where the top of the windmill's gonna be, where the sails are gonna go. And you can see what I meant with the spokes, right? Got these dark oak sticks coming off the roof. We also got these lanterns down the side just to light things up a little bit, and I think it's actually looking pretty good so far. Oh yeah, I also did the interiors a little bit. I didn't actually furnish the interiors, but as you can see, I put in the ceilings, put the lanterns in, put these archways into the central column so that you can actually get in, and put the stairway going up. This is where my base is currently. Welcome to the top of the windmill. So this is going to be the final floor, I think, although it could be quite a big one, I don't know. This is where I want to put a sort of dome. I want it to be hexagonal in floor plan. And this is sort of hexagonal. Maybe I'll do some doctoring. I'll see what I come up with. Okay, this is what I've got so far. I'm gonna scrap the dome idea, I think, and go for a normal roof so it matches more with the other houses in the town. So far so good though. Let me get on with the roof. That's a pretty good curvature. Time to put on the roof tiles. Okay, a square roof was definitely the right idea. I think if I did the dome roof, it would have looked a little bit phallic. But this is looking pretty good so far. Now it's time to touch up the front, back, and sides. Okay, and with that, the main body of the windmill is finished. I'm not going to add any more to the exterior now. I also finished up the interiors. Obviously they're unfurnished, but they have like interior walls and it's not as ugly as it was when I was building it. So now the final thing is to put on the sails. Okay, that's the little one done. It looks pretty good. Very happy with that. The inspiration for this one was on Pinterest. This is the small wheel. For the big one, I'm gonna have to improvise. But so far so good. That looks alright. Be cool if it was spinning though. the windmill is finished. I didn't record the build process for all 6 of the sails because this video is already 40 minutes long, and once you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all. The only thing other than the big sails that I've added was a little twisting chimney and a wind vane to the back of the small wheel. But it is now done. I think it looks pretty good, standing tall above the fields and forests surrounding it. I'd like to put some wheat fields down, first of all, so that we have some wheat, because we're running out and I need bread to breed the villagers. But also I think it'll look right at home next to this windmill. This one's also a lot better than the ones I did for the towers, so maybe in future I'll maybe change the design to be a bit more similar to this one. But this one's also a lot more complicated, so we'll see. Well, thank you very much for coming with me on this journey. This has been the first recorded build of Skyvale, the first of many to come. Actually, all of the coolest buildings have yet to be built, and things like these houses and the towers and the walls, you'll get to see modules of those built later. And if I don't do any, I probably will do more of these small houses, but if not, then you'll at least get to see the houses that I do next, which will be bigger, taller, more interesting roofs. And even the market, you'll get to see me design another market for the upper market with actual shop fronts. So yeah, thank you very much for watching to the end, and I'll see you next time, whenever that may be.